Hello everyone, I'm Kelsie, and for this video we'll be working on stretching our hamstrings. So for this class, I would recommend a yoga strap, and if you don't have that at home, grabbing anything that's probably as long as your legs, like a long sleeve t-shirt, a belt, scarf, or a tie will do just fine. So grabbing that and we'll get started. So we'll start the class on our backs. The strap, tie, scarf, whatever you have is right in arm's reach. And my knees are gonna start bent just to warm up from here. As you breathe in, allow your arms to settle by your sides. Wherever is comfortable, you can always hold your belly. And I'm gonna start to straighten my right leg down on the floor, and then the left leg will follow. As I exhale, I'm going to bring the right knee into the chest, basketing my hands on top of my right shin. And then I'm going to exchange the legs. So right leg straightens out, left knee comes in. You can have the right leg hovering an inch, 2 inches from the floor, or you can allow it to go all the way down. It's up to you. Exhale to switch the leg. The more horizontal you get with the leg, the more it's going to pull on the hip and the low back. So if you're really tight in the hamstrings or the hips, the back, I would recommend having the leg at more of a diagonal line. And again, you'll just do what's best for your body, listening to yourself first and foremost. And maybe you notice that one side, one leg, has a little more range of motion than the other. It's just a sign that you're human, so it's totally okay if one side's a little more flexible. And then we'll pause with both knees into the chest, giving yourself a little rock side to side here. Massaging the back, again, just warming the body up, allowing your breath to stay with you. I'm going to put both feet down on the floor, knees up to the sky as I grab my strap, or whatever you have handy. Unraveling it, and I'm going to loop up the arch of my right foot. Stacking my ankle somewhere over my right hip. If you're really tight in your hamstrings, it may be a little bit beyond the hip, which is okay. You have two options with this left leg. Either keep the left knee bent towards the sky, or you can straighten the left leg completely on the ground. If you feel kind of stiff still or a little more tighter, I'd recommend the bent knee option. Wherever you are, both hands are going to hold the strap ends, flexing through the right foot, and let's relax those shoulders into the mat. So you don't want any unnecessary tension, only working on the body parts that need it. Everything else is nice and light. Elbows soft. I like to have my hands halfway up the strap, so a nice loose grip. From here, take the breath in, find some length through the right leg, like you're trying to stamp onto a cloud up in the sky. And then as you exhale, I'm going to bring that right leg towards my face as I bend both elbows. Inhale, right ankle returns over the right hip. So just go back and forth. The inhale to lengthen, the exhale is when you bring the right leg towards you. Now in your body, you may need to bend that right knee. That's totally fine. But over time, with your breath, try to slowly straighten the knee. It doesn't have to be absolutely straight, but the straighter it's headed towards, then the more you'll work the hamstrings here. As you use the exhale, you'll empty the belly to make more space for the thigh to come towards you. And then we're just going to hold it the next time it's there, towards your face, your belly, holding the stretch. Perhaps you stay here. You could straighten that left leg now if it was bent. Maybe it feels a little warmer. Maybe you walk the hands up the strap towards your foot. And optional if you want to pick up the head on the exhale, bringing the nose towards the right knee. An intense stretch through the hamstrings. Inhale to lower the head and the shoulders down. And when you're ready, you'll return the right ankle back over the right hip. Hands can slide a little further down the strap as you allow that right leg to go all the way out in front of your right hip, again hovering a few inches off the earth. Pretend you're kicking that right foot into the strap and then pulling back with the hands. So you're creating your own tension, lengthening through the hamstrings. Inhale, return that right foot up over the right hip. And we're going to do something that may feel a little weird sensation on the bottom of your foot. It'll feel like fuzzy or staticky. I call it like the chainsaw motion. But you're going to allow one hand to come down as the other one comes up. So it's like a shoe shine for the bottom of your foot. This helps break down a lot of the fascia that we have on the bottom of our foot. And the fascia that we have there, the connective tissue, runs all the way up the back of your leg. So as we massage the bottom of the foot here, it will open up the hamstrings as well. So this is the same idea if you've ever used a tennis ball under your foot or a cold water bottle and rolled it out. It's along the same lines of that, just working on opening up the tissue here, the fascia. Go all the way up and down the foot, towards the toes and down towards the heel. We'll do one more round. And we'll pause on the arch of the foot. And then see if you can straighten the leg a little more now that there's some opening, hopefully, there. And then we'll have the left foot meet the right. So just take a moment to observe. You may feel the right leg is a little more open than the left now, maybe even a little taller than the left. And then the left foot will stay there as the right leg goes down. Either bend the knee or allow it to land completely straight. Big breath in, straighten the left leg a little more. Again, that knee could always stay bent to start or for the entire practice. Spread the toes. As you exhale, bring the leg towards you. Inhale to release. Allow it to go back and forwards. So just flossing the leg here. Using your breath. Shoulders grounded into the earth. The head's pressing back into the mat. And we'll land with that intense stretch. So bringing the elbows to bend, the leg towards your face. Remember, you can always just hold it here. You could straighten that right leg if the knee was bent. Maybe you walk the hands up the strap towards the foot and pull down even more. Or you can pick up the head and bringing the nose towards the knee. Big breath in. Big breath out. One more. Inhale to release the head down towards the earth. Get a little taller through the spine. Ankle over the hip, sliding the hands down the strap. This time I'll allow the left leg to go all the way out in front of me. Create your own tension, pushing with the foot, pulling with the hands. With your control, with your core, return the left leg over the hip. And we're going to do that sawing motion. It should feel kind of fuzzy. You're creating your own static electricity at the bottom of the foot. And showing that foot equal love throughout the whole heel, arch, the ball of the foot and the toes. One more round. And feel free, you can take just this part or any part of the sequence and you can linger there or pause the video. And if something feels really good in the body, you can continue doing it for as long as you'd like. We'll pause at the arch and then see if you can straighten the left leg a little more than you were able to before. The right foot will meet the left and just see how it feels now. Maybe the back of the legs are a little more open than when we started. Exhale, bending both elbows, bringing both legs towards you. Inhale, release the legs, and we'll release the strap off to the side. You can choose to allow the knees to spill off to one side and pick yourself up, or rock and roll on your spine. We'll come forwards towards our tabletop, our hands and knees. So from here, we're just going to tuck our 10 toes and find our downward facing dog. So I like to have equal weight into my hands and my feet. The heels don't have to touch the earth, but maybe you feel that it's easier for them to now that our hamstrings are a little more open. Big breath in. Exhale, relax the crown of your head, allow the spine to lengthen. From here, you're going to reach that right leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee into the nose, shoulders over the wrists, and then plant the right foot down. We're coming into a warrior one to start. So right knee's over the right ankle, left foot is at a diagonal, hips somewhere near square, arms up high. From here, we'll straighten that front right leg, that front knee. I'm then going to have my left foot point forward. So both feet are pointing the same direction, both legs are straight, and both feet are flat on the floor. Big breath in, those arms stay high. We're going to hinge from the hip crease. So keep that back nice and flat. Maybe this is as far as you want to go right now. If you want to go a little further into the stretch, we can fold over that right leg, again, hinging from the hips, and then drop the head heavy. So my nose is headed towards that right knee. You could always place blocks or books under your hands if you need some extra height here for the earth. This is a big stretch for that right leg, for the right hamstrings. Big breath in. Exhale, allow your crown to go closer towards your shin, your right foot. Inhale, we're going to pick our heart and head back up, bending into that right knee, sending that left foot back. And then we're going to allow the right knee to go beyond the right ankle and then behind the right ankle. So a low lunge here, just shifting the weight. Again, blocks under the hands can work. And then we'll send the weight all the way back into our left hip, bending the left knee, straightening the right leg, the right toes point up towards the sky. I like to drop my head here, but you can keep the head up over the shoulders and the hips if you'd like. One more big breath. Bend into the right knee, right foot down. Pick up the back knee. Left foot meets the right, forward fold. Planting the hands, stepping the feet back to our down dog. This time the left leg goes high, three-legged. Left knee into the nose, planting the left foot down. First find the warrior one, keep the left knee bent. Then you'll straighten that left leg. Pick up the right back foot and point the right toes forward. So each foot's in their own lane. It's not like you're on a tightrope. They have some space. Big breath in. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you hinge at the hips and you find a nice line in the back. You can always stay here as well. Or you can take the fold, bringing the nose to the left knee, head down. Big inhales, fill up the belly, press into the thigh. Exhale, try to soften a little more. We'll bend into that left knee. Right toes curl backwards, a nice lunge pose here. Just shifting the weight forwards and backwards. Bending and straightening through the left knee. And then I'll drop the back right knee down. Send my weight all the way back towards my right heel. Straightening the left leg, left toes point up. I like to fold forward here. But again, you can stay tall through the spine if you wish. 3 more breaths. Inhale. Bend the left knee, plant the left foot, picking up the right knee, curling the right toes. Right foot meets the left, forward fold, straightening through the legs as much as you can, head heavy. Exhale, plant the palms, stepping back to your down dog. And we'll drop the knees here. So feel free to go through that sequence again or do any of the postures again. That's a nice little warm-up release for the hamstrings, and hopefully they feel a little looser than when we started. I'll bring my hands to my heart, and to all of you, I say Namaste. Hey guys, I hope that video was helpful. I really like hearing your comments and your feedback, so please keep on telling me what you want to see. I hope that you're all staying safe and healthy out there, and I hope to see you all soon.